How are ya? I hope you're having a great day. I know that I've done like 4 videos already on small fiber neuropathy, but I wanted to take another look. Tesla thinks so too, don't you, baby? Yes. He just had a treat, so he's licking his chops. Oh, I love my puppies. It's all right, baby. About half the population of people with fibromyalgia have small fiber neuropathy. I've mentioned this in other videos. A skin biopsy is the most common way of detecting this damage. But corneal confocal microscopy is a non-invasive, time-efficient alternative to diagnosis. The ability to detect people with small fiber nerve fiber damage, called small fiber neuropathy, in fibromyalgia could help doctors to select the best treatment options and probably for pain relief. The pain in fibromyalgia can be attributed to this small fiber damage and help increase understanding of the different levels of pain in people with fibromyalgia. So that's what I'd like to talk about today. Here we go. In the UK, a study is currently being conducted on how effective corneal confocal microscopy is in relation to skin biopsies. There are small fibers at the front of the eyes, which are the same nerve fibers in the rest of the body. This test allows researchers and eye specialists to assess if there is damage to the eye and therefore damage to other parts of the body. On top of that, researchers will explore if specific changes to these fibers contribute to changes in nerve function and perceived pain. Studies over the last decade have shown that abnormalities in small fibers may be impacting 40 to 50% of people with fibromyalgia. That's significant. That would account for about 2.5 million people in the US with fibromyalgia who are affected by small fiber neuropathy, and many are undiagnosed. There are over 40 million Americans who have both small and large neuropathy, not just people with fibromyalgia. Unfortunately, the current treatment is to treat the symptoms, since there is an unclear understanding of what is happening. So, researchers have not been able to determine the cause of small fiber neuropathy at this time. Genetic mutations are suspected to play a role in small fiber neuropathy. These mutations involve the SCN9A and SCN10A genes. They affect the functioning of structures found in nerve cells that transmit pain signals in the spinal cord and brain, which results in enhanced transmission of pain signals. Neuropathic pain medications include antidepressants or anti-epileptic medications, as well as sodium channel blockers with some degree of success. While some of us need these medications in order to feel more active, these are not the best options for long-term treatment, but it's all we've got. However, experimental or off-label treatments have suggested that immunotherapy has provided about a 60% positive response. Also, steroids and intravenous immunoglobulin, or IVIG, have been used to some degree of efficacy. But that treatment is expensive. Gabapentin, tramadol, and topical anesthetics like skin patches are often prescribed. The fibers in the skin, organs, and peripheral nerves are called C fibers, or small fibers. They provide a sensation for your skin and control autonomic functions like heart rate, breathing, and body temperature. When there's damage to the small fibers, it's called peripheral neuropathy. We know that it takes a while for diabetic neuropathy to develop after diabetes onset. So does that mean it can take a while for it to show up in fibromyalgia? That's a question I'd like to answer. No one knows. I haven't seen this explored in the literature. On top of that, it's often misdiagnosed as plantar fasciitis, an inflammatory foot condition, as well as vascular insufficiency or degenerative spine disease. I just did a video on that. Restless legs are often associated with small fiber neuropathy too, but people with prediabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, hepatitis C, Parkinson's disease, chronic kidney disease, and fibromyalgia also suffer. And unfortunately, the symptoms of small fiber neuropathy are known to worsen over time and have the potential to progress and affect the large nerve fibers as well. The good news is that progression is normally slow. Treating the underlying cause is important. But since that isn't known in fibromyalgia compared to diabetes, for example, pain management may not be as effective compared to diabetes. At first, the symptoms are mild and vague and can be ignored or believed by people with fibromyalgia as part of their fibromyalgia symptoms. One example is feeling like you have a sock gathered at the end of your shoe and may start to feel burning pain, stabbing pain, or abnormal sensations on the skin like tingling or itching, or the feeling of walking on sand or pebbles. Their feet may become so tender that even bed sheets touching them is torture. There may be numbness or tingling in the toes. A patient may state they can't feel a pinprick in a specific area, but their pain sensitivity is higher, or they have pain that normally doesn't feel painful. They may not feel a difference between hot or cold, or hot or cold temperatures will trigger more pain. On top of this, bowel problems, urinary issues, rapid heart rate or palpitations, abnormal sweating, and dry eyes and mouth are stated. They may also have sudden drops of blood pressure. When they stand and feel like they might faint, they could be dizzy or have blurred vision. So my question is, do we have fibromyalgia and small fiber neuropathy if we experience these symptoms? Only a corneal confocal microscopy or skin biopsy can tell for sure. That's all I've got for you today. If you have any questions that you'd like answered, things you'd like me to cover, please put them in the description section below. I read them, and I love your comments. I hope you learned something. I send you gentle hugs and support. Love you. For pain relief. While some of us need the after diabetes, so does part of the good news is that progressive